Hey everyone, it's David Jones, founder of Rare & Friends. It's a very special day today. Today is the 1-year anniversary of Rare & Friends. 1 year ago today, I first launched this website, and it's been a crazy, wild ride since. I just wanted to take a little time to make a little small video, just to talk about just everything that has happened with this site in the last year. It's been an amazing ride, and I never thought that it would have came as far as I did in such short of a time. When I started Rare & Friends, it was really just a very small website, and I wasn't quite sure of where I was going to go with it. Just basically like a little blog format. My idea was to have like maybe info sections for every single Rare game ever released, and it was partially inspired by the old sort of game archive section on the official Rare website back in the day, when you could have like a big long list of every game Rare ever released, and that's something that's kind of disappeared. So I sort of used that as my basis for structuring the site, building, different eras, tabs, and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all that was up there, was just the lists when I first started. And I didn't think I would ever go into a podcast or anything like that, because I didn't really have anyone to do it with. Thankfully, sure, if you think a couple months after I launched the site, at that point I'd just been posting up news updates, and it was something to keep me occupied while I counted down the days to Rare Replay. I believe I was stamp hunting for a Rare Replay, and I registered for the DK Vine forums to sort of look for guys to play with online for some of the stamps, online achievements, to get stamps for Rare Replay. And that was where I met the legendary Kev Rose, who is now my podcast host, but I'm jumping ahead a little bit. So we had an online session. I think we started out playing like Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, maybe some Perfect Dark, and from there we ended up playing Halo 3. And our honorary MP3 host, staff member Scrap69, he was there as well. And the three of us ended up playing Halo 3 co-op for like 5 hours, just kind of talking and getting to know each other online. And that sort of started the seed of the Logcast, and we sort of just started regularly getting together on Xbox Live and playing together from that point on, and having some really good conversations. Then what actually happened that sort of gave me the idea for a podcast? Well, I already had the idea, but sort of motivated me to do it, because I was like, I don't really think anyone's going to want to listen to one, because there's a couple other ones there already out there, and I don't know if we need any more, or if people want any more. And it was actually the now staff member Jeffron Perez who posted on Twitter, and he was just like, I think he was talking about the Rare Replayed podcast and the conversation. He was like, man, I wish there were more. And I remember replying to that and just like, really? You think there's a market for another one? Well, not really a market, because I don't make any money, but you think there's a desire for another Rare-based podcast? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And then, I'm just thinking from that post, and I'm having really good conversations with Kev online. I wonder if he'd be willing to do a podcast. And he was. I ended up messaging him either that day or the next, and we started putting together ideas for a podcast. And didn't have a name right away. I was thinking about it for a little bit, and I think what I came up with was the Logcast. And I kind of liked that character. For one, because it's a Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts character who does not get enough love. The whole game does not get enough love. And second, he stands for sort of Lord of all games. And I thought that kind of really represented the scope of our site, of, this sort of bigger scope of a Rare site, that we wanted to talk about the friends of Rare. It's Rare and Friends, the little companies that spawn, and the whole Rare family. It's about the family and the community, not just the company. And that also contributed to the name of that. So, we did our first episode, Perfect Dark, about Perfect Dark Zero of all games. Another one of those, why not, let's do it, no one else is talking about this kind of moments. So we did one for that, and then we've just been kept going from there, and we've essentially done, 1 week with only taking like a couple weeks off for the holidays since then. And we've also, taken on a couple new staff members in that time. We took on Jeffrin Perez as a feature writer and now Rare contest winner and guy who has traveled to Rare. And we've just recently promoted him to sort of our third host, so now we're a three-pronged attack show. Yeah, that was a bad analogy. But anyway, we do have the 3 hosts now, and we also took on Andrew, also known as Agent 8, or Agent Andrew 8, whatever you want to call him. He is sort of our music man / composer, and he's been doing a little bit of work for us for some of the. We actually had last couple episodes have not had him contribute much because he's been really busy lately, but a lot of episodes have some background music with him on it, and he also is going to be at Comic-Con this year, as well as he did go to the excuse me. He went to the E3 Live special event, which we still need to talk to him about, which we probably will at some point. So those are our 4 current staff members, and as I said before, we actually have the honorary staff member Scrap69, who is the reason that I'm on iTunes right now, because he was kind enough to share his server space with us for my XML feed, because most of the hosting that I had did not support the type of XML feed needed for iTunes to pick it up. So big, shout out to him, and I really appreciate it for letting me do that. Yeah, I don't know if I have that much more to say, but it's been a very wild ride, and to think that, a year ago, if I had thought that, I would start a Rare fan site that had a regular podcast with listeners, and that one of our members would actually be at Rare itself in like a year's time is insane. And it's really great to see this community grow, and I'm so glad that I got to be a part of this when I did, and I'm hoping to continue to grow the site and just continue to keep going strong, because it's been one of the most amazing experiences of my life doing this, and it's very time consuming, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. As you can see right now, I'm in my car on my lunch break at my day job recording this, but despite the loss of free time, it is just such a passion project of mine to be able to do this and talk about Rare and help the community and the fandom grow, because it's been kind of sad a lot of times to watch it shrink over the years, and just to see it finally do the reverse of that is amazing. And more people need to play these games and experience these games, and I'm happy to do my part to what little it is to help get people to check them out. Wow, yeah. We hopefully will have an exciting podcast for you this weekend. I hope you tune in for that. And I guess happy birthday to me, but not actually me. Happy birthday to us, the fan site that we founded, that I founded, but I took on other people, and it's now like almost as much theirs as mine. So yeah, wish us all a happy birthday. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling now. But it is really hot in this car, and I'm probably getting heat stroke. So I may be dead by the time I post this, in which case it probably will not be posted because I'll be dead. But if you're seeing this, that means I'm alright and I'm alive. And I hope you continue to check out our website and continue to check out the podcasts and YouTube channels and just everything. And thank you so much for those who have stuck with us for so long. And I know we're still pretty small. Most Rare fan sites aren't the biggest right now, but with Sea of Thieves coming up, I can only see us growing. And I hope you continue to partake in our content. The Rare fan community has become kind of like a close-knit second family, and it's amazing, and I think the more people that can be part of that, the better. There's definitely room for expansion. And I guess I want to give a big shout out to Wear themselves. They've been so kind interacting with me on Twitter and the official Wear and Friends handle, and it's been amazing to exchange messages with these people and get, like, you know, feel appreciated for what I do. And thank you to Kev, Jeff, and Andrew, and anyone else that ends up joining us in the future. There's still room for expansion for our side and the community, and we'll welcome people with open arms. I think that's probably about it. I don't want to go on too much longer, or no one will click the video, because us millennials have short attention spans? I don't know. Anyway, everyone have a great day. Have a good 4th of July weekend, and I hope to hear from you soon. And I hope you choose to listen to the podcast this weekend. All right, bye and have a great day.